Welcome to Angels Talk, Soul Relationships. Here's your host, Sandra Lynch.
I think it pays to pray before. Sometimes during, and mostly after. That's what we human beings are so used to in our past lives, right, Janice?
I'm sure we are.
You're going to have to talk from your gut and a little bit louder.
Okay, and just grab the mic if you think you have to, Janice.
Okay, I will.
That's better.
That's a better tone.
One more time, your last name.
Hair in your mouth. My last name is Madriaga.
Madriaga. Thank you, Janice Madriaga. I'm going to go ahead and open the show. Thank you all out there for taking your time to stop, look, and listen in our divine appointment here today on another episode of Angels Talk. I'm Sandra, and I am ever so very much excited to be here today with the one, the only one, Janice Madriaga. Hello, Janice.
Hello, Sandra. It's wonderful to be here with you.
Do you know what the word halo means?
Well, I know some of the uses of the word halo, but what does it mean to you?
I'm asking you, do you know?
I believe it's a halo is the light around an angel's head, to me.
Well, that's a very good answer. Allow me to inform you here today in this divine appointment. It's a divine idea whose time has come, and that's why you're here today.
Fabulous.
Do you know why?
Well, no, I don't.
Well, Janice, I have been directed to invite you here today to share with everybody some new halo habits.
Fabulous. I'm glad I get to be here.
You're out, where are we? We are in Indianapolis, Indiana, and we are at, help me.
We are at the Marriott in Indianapolis, Indiana.
People's probably wondering, what are they doing at the Marriott in Indiana?
We're having a conference. We're having a fabulous conference.
We're having a fun conference, and it's time to change people's lives. That's what we're doing here. And again, I'm very honored and truly excited to be here because I think you're a messenger and an angel that's bringing all of the new changes on the planet.
Thank you, Sandra. What a wonderful thing to say.
You're welcome. And another reason why I brought you here today is because you have a new product that's helping you.
Yes, helping me. The ideas in the book have certainly helped me, and they're helping so many other people as well. And when that happens, when God puts someone in the right place at the right time, and they purchase my book, and then they contact me and they say how it changed their life, I'm always inspired and amazed, because to me it was a gift from God, and a gift that just goes on giving and giving.
Yes, and this entire network is a gift from God for everybody. And you are an individual that gives because you care about individuals. And I brought you here today because I want you to share just a little bit about how you started for yourself to change, and how you're going to help individuals to make that change as well.
Wow, that's an awful lot to think about. How did I start for myself to change? I was so blessed, Sandra, that people, it seemed that they fell into my life, and that they shared with me knowledge through books, through tapes, through their individual time and love that they gave me. And when my life began to turn around and began to change and began to become what I wanted it to be, I wanted to share that with others. So at some point I became a speaker and a trainer and a consultant. And yet people kept saying to me, isn't there more? Isn't there more? Isn't there a book we can take with us? And I felt like finally God was saying to me, there's more. There's more. And I was scared, frankly. I was scared because I thought, who am I to put words on paper and make them into a book? And yet one night, as I was going to bed, I was laying down in bed, and a poem popped into my head. And the poem was this: if you think you can, or you think you can't, your opinion will always be right. So aspire to be the best you can be. Then believe it with all of your might. And one day, you'll wake up and look in the mirror and rejoice to see what you see. Because the person who's looking right back at you there is the one you believed you could be. And I woke up in the morning, Sandra, and I thought to myself, didn't I write a poem last night? And I looked in my journal, and there was that beautiful poem, and I knew that God had given it to me as a gift to write the book. And pretty soon, a few nights later, I knew He'd given me all of the chapters, all of the 7 steps, what they were supposed to be, all as a whole. That doesn't happen. It's not us. It can't be us. It has to be a gift. And so I feel very, very blessed to have gotten to share it with the world.
Out of all of the chapters, I know all of them are great. Which one was your favorite?
Favorite? Oh, you're making this very difficult. My favorite, I tell you what would be my favorite, is choices. Chapter 3 is about choices. I start 1 with you, because if you don't change, you never can change. And 2 is about looking at this beautiful world we live in differently, because you gotta start looking at it differently. But 3, when I got to 3, and it being about choices, it just poured out. It poured out because that's where I had suddenly realized in my life that the real change, the real me was hidden inside was the choices that I made on a day-to-day basis. I absolutely love helping people to make different choices. And to have the resources to be able to understand and to be able to easily make those shifts in their life. That to me is fabulous.
Shifts. I love it. Holy shifts. I love it. Yes. One of the chapters that was complete and whole for me was the chapter on love. It was the chapter on love. And I think because everything always goes back to that love center that you're talking about throughout the entire book. Love in everything, basically. And then I shifted, I think, into a divine love. And I touched that conscious point of divine love. For me, that's for me. I was thinking about all of your mentors that you were talking about, and the books and the tapes, and continuing your higher edutainment. You are definitely on track with all of this. When is the book released now? The book right here that's hiding in the bushes, Believe You Can Be book. Is it released
It's
now?
out now. It is out now. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. And so, pause this for one moment. I have to collect my thoughts. Your book, Believe You Can Be, is released now, Janice.
Yes.
What is the name of your company?
Oh, the name of my company is Life Skills Training.
Life Skills Training. We're talking about missions and visions today. Missions and visions today in the extraordinary administrative training today. And you raised your hand for your family mission. I found that to be extraordinary. Would you mind sharing that with individuals out there? We're off. We're off.
I honestly don't have a written family mission. I raised my hand and I was like, wait a minute. I have some things that we've talked about, but I haven't solidified it into a written family mission yet. So.
Well, Janice, you're on to something, because you were the only one in class who raised your hand, and I thought that's absolutely a brilliant habit.
Oh, having a family mission is a wonderful thing. I have to tell you, we haven't finished the family mission yet. However, we sat around the dinner table and we talked about what should be the mission of our family. And the most beautiful things came up. Things like, isn't it going to be in the mission that we love people? Isn't it going to be in the mission that while we support each other, we also support others outside of ourselves? And I thought, this is incredible stuff that every family should talk about. So it gave us that avenue. And yes, I do need to finish writing that succinct family mission statement, because I think it's so important that we do have missions for ourselves and for our families.
The mission of Angels at God Central Station is to be the most respected network in the world with ethical teaching, mentoring, and God-principled centered service leadership. What do you think about that?
I think it's incredibly awesome, and that you're going to go there. You know, when I meet somebody, like I got to meet you a few weeks ago, it's very rare that suddenly I see in them so much strength and so much love. I saw you working with people who came into my conference, my seminar, not ready to love. And in a few minutes with you, they were ready to love. And that's what it's all about. And so I know, Sandra, that you can take Angels at God Central Station anywhere that you decide that you want to take it. I'm just thrilled and amazed.
I'm thrilled and amazed because I can't do it alone. To complete the vision of one world, one dream in the spirit of unity takes help from you, Janice. And that's what is amazing to me and mystical at the same time, because we really didn't know where we were going. We just used that inner guide that you're teaching and training other people to connect with inside. And that's what this is all about. Love, inside and out. It's to be incorporated in your personal and professional lives.
Amen. Amen. Yes. Yes. It's not just your children. It's not just your grandchildren, grandparents, husbands. It's everyone. It's everyone. It's bosses. It's co-workers. It's everyone that we're being called on to have that kind of caring for, that deep caring that says, I care deeply about you, I care about your progress, and in that way loving them.
What attracted me to you was that you are a person that cares deeply about each and every soul that comes to be trained before you, that you stand before. And all of your mentors, whoever that was, that attributed to that, I can say, and because I see this, success for you. Just in case, because you are the expert, Janice, is there anything that I missed that you would like to share with our audience today? Here, have the mic.
Oh, wow. The only thing I can think of is to say that within each and every one of you is something to do that will help change the world. God gave me the words to write a book. I never thought I was a writer. What has He given you? Please, please give it to the world, because they're waiting. They're waiting for you. Whew.
I don't think there was a question appropriate for that answer. I think you nailed it. I think you were sound and grounded with it. Wow.
It felt like it just popped into my head, so I'm sure it was the right thing to say.
It was perfect.
I'll be interested to see how you edit this, Sandra.
Yeah. It's real. It's real.
I think that's beautiful about it. I think that's beautiful. And your prayer just calmed me when I listened to you praying. And I was nervous beforehand. I was just
Really?
oh,
I was too.
But after
I was too.
you prayed, I just felt complete calm. And I knew that the right thing would happen.
Thank you for asking me to pray. I needed that. That's a gift. To pray, it's a gift. It really is.
Yes. I'm still recording just in case you say something profound.
Oh, that's okay. You can. Wait till we get the story of Karen Marzo. She's next.
Fabulous. But I kind of felt like I saw one over your head.
Oh!
I know that sounds ridiculous. I met you and I was like, wow. because you just exude love.
Well, and with love, there's no boundaries, and with love, there's no mistakes. So we could say anything that attributes to that, and it's the right word at the right time, and that thought, word, or action of an idea is that appointment right then in that moment.
It absolutely is.
Yeah, and to think that this show is on each and every one of the access stations, it's amazing. It's amazing. With products, and people, places, and things, it's like breaking boundaries, unheard of. It's an honor. It's really an honor, and I give thanks right here to George Stoney in New York for making it happen out there in New York.
Well, obviously, Sandra, it wouldn't have happened except for that they saw something in you. That same something that I saw that day in that hotel when I first met you, and I said, wow, this woman is exuding love. So that's why it happens. It's because of you, and because of that you are the type of spirit that has said, I'm ready, Lord. I'm ready to give, and you're giving, and you're living your purpose. Very important.
I'm living the inside out of this book, is what I'm living. What I've learned and grown into. If I didn't love myself, I wouldn't know what it is. So that's where it's at.
You know, Sandra, it has to start there. And some people, they feel afraid to love themselves. I don't know why, but it has to start there, because if we don't love ourselves, it's like we're living in, we have a fly that wants to love us too. If we don't love ourselves, it's like we're living in some sort of a shell where we can't really get out and give love to others, because we're too tied up in not knowing ourselves, not loving ourselves. That's why it all has to begin with us.
Yeah, and with that love comes peace, goodwill. It began within us on earth, right now in this time. That's why I get so excited. It's here. It is here.
It is here. That first time that we met, do you remember when you told me that you told me now was the time? It blew my mind, because I have relatives who are telling me now is the end of time, now is bad things going to happen, and yet you didn't say that to me. You said now is the time. I feel that with all that is happening right now, it is the time when people are finally going to get it, that love will heal all. Oh, I got so excited when I heard that.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to expose that idea as well. I mean, I see love everywhere in everything. I love the gas prices. Really, I do. It gives, and just think of all of the people in the tragedies that have an opportunity awaiting for them to find love for themselves, love for one another, to help one another. There's so much more good than there is the other. That's all I know. That's all I know.
People say to me, don't you hate all the travel that your job entails? But I'll tell you what I find. I find love in everybody I meet in airports. I find love in everybody I meet at trainings. I'm just always awed and inspired. So, no, I don't hate the travel. I see it as an opportunity to touch lives and to join with other lives who are divinely inspired, again, to love and to give and to live, and who are out there actually loving, giving, and living.
When I think of someone who gets lost, I just think of a song by Karen Stanfield. But no, yeah, Janice Stanfield. The lyrics go, I'm not lost, I'm exploring. And I think, you know, the people who come to the seminars and they're lost getting here, I'm thinking, I don't know how far they're going. I'm sure it seems like a long way. However, it could be such an exploration, you know, when they choose it to see it differently and turn it all around, when they love. So that's it. That's all, folks. Or keep going on and on, just babbling, huh?
I know. Well, now you have some stuff to cut in. If you're looking for something, you'll say, "Oh, there's a good one. Where should I put it?"
Do you mind if I go in and take a few shots of you in action?
No.
In the training?
No, I don't mind at all. I'd love to have you in with me.
Good. I'll go ahead and do that and then come back to the show. How's that?
That sounds fabulous. Are you ready for that? You're all back from lunch and you're ready to do it. I gotta tell you, I brought some tools with me here. Here I brought these tools, and I have my screwdriver. And you know, if there were a screw loose somewhere, let's say that there was a screw loose in this chair, then I could put it back in with my screwdriver, right? I could put back the screw, and if it got really tough, I could lean into it and I could screw it in. However, I also brought with me my power tool. Right, like Timber Tool Man Taylor, I got my power tool. And if I had something loose, a screw loose, yeah, I power it on in there. How many of you have honeydews at your house? Yeah, we get honeydews at our house, right? Things that we'd rather have someone else do but us. So we ask our sweeties or whoever, could you please do that for me? And I have to tell you, I had a honeydew at my house. And the honeydew was this. I had some curtains that I bought for the spare room. And I said, honey, I bought some new curtains for the spare room. Could you please put them up for me? And he said, sure, honey, I'll do that. And about a month later, I said, honey, the curtains, the spare room? And he said, sure, honey, I'll do that. And about 2 months later, I said, honey, the curtains and the spare room? He said, no, I'm not putting them up. I said, what do you mean you're not putting them up? He said, you know, honey, every time there's something that takes tools, you say to me, honey, could you please do it for me? He said, I think you should learn to use the tools. So I was convicted. Because I go across the nation telling people, step out of your box. Try something new. Do something that's hard for you. So I said to him, okay, all right, I see your point. I will do it. I got curtains out from under the bed. I took them out. There was directions. I said, this is good. It said, okay, take a level and make some lines on your wall, etc. So I took a pencil and the level. I made lines on the wall. I got all ready. And then I read, and it said that you had to put 4 holes in the wall. Well, holes are permanent. Holes are permanent. I went, oh no, holes in the wall. So I went to my husband and I said, it's no problem, honey. I can put the curtains up myself. All I need for you to do is put 4 little holes in the wall. He said, no, I'm not going to do it. You're going to have to learn to use the power tool. So I said, okay, all right, honey, I'll do it. I'll learn to use the power tool. Now, our power tool at home is a bit bigger than this power tool, but it doesn't travel very well, so I come with my smaller power tool. And what happened was, I went into the bedroom, and I had the power tool. I'm standing up on a chair, and there's where the curtains go in front of me. And I put the power tool on one of the places I marked that needed a hole, right? I put the power tool there, and then I stood like this. Now, I don't know what I was afraid of. I think I was afraid that the power tool might slip and go through my head or something. But I was afraid of the power tool. I had it there, though, and I was like, and I looked, and there was a hole in the wall. Not only was there a hole in the wall, but the hole in the wall was exactly where I had wanted the hole to be. And so I went, okay, I'll put some more holes in the wall. And by the time I got done, I had 4 holes in the wall, exactly where I wanted them. I jumped off the chair. I said, honey, is there any place else in the house that I can put some holes? He said, you're going to have to wait for that one. You know, when I learned to use the power tool, I got excited about it. I got excited about it because I suddenly realized I could do anything with that power tool. It's the same way with the power inside of us. When we learn that it's okay to use that power inside of us, we get excited. We finally say, okay, it's okay for me to be polished and professional and powerful.
Your wings are spread. If Angels at God Central Station can best support you, what would that be?
Sandra, you are supporting me. You are supporting me by being willing to be that entity that's talking about love. Do you realize how few people are opening up these days to talk about love? To talk about that really loving ourselves and loving others is what we are intended to do. Where did that get forgotten? At some point along the way, it's gotten forgotten. And the way that I see Angels at God Central Station supporting me and supporting everyone is by being that person, by being that organization that's not afraid to say, love one another. It was important back in Jesus' time, and it's still the most important thing.
If I understand you correctly, it's to be incorporated in your personal and professional lives.
Amen. Amen. Yes. Yes. It's not just your children. It's not just your grandchildren, grandparents, husbands. It's everyone. It's everyone. It's bosses. It's co-workers. It's everyone that we're being called on to have that kind of caring for, that deep caring that says, I care deeply about you. I care about your progress, and in that way, loving them.